The Revolutionary War, a defining chapter in the history of the United States. It is a tale of courage, sacrifice, and the unyielding desire for freedom. How did 13 colonies challenge one of the most powerful empires of the 18th century? Let's dive into the detailed story of how America gained its independence. The year is 1775. Tensions between Great Britain and its American colonies have reached a boiling point. Years of oppressive taxation, like the infamous Stamp Act and Tea Act, have fueled resentment among the colonists. Without representation in British Parliament, the colonies rally under the cry, "No taxation without representation." The Boston Tea Party in December 1773 becomes a pivotal act of defiance. Colonists, disguised as Mohawk Indians, board British ships and dump 342 chests of tea into Boston Harbor in protest. In response, the British government imposes the Coercive Acts, intensifying the conflict. By April 19, 1775, the first shots of the war are fired at Lexington and Concord. Known as the Shot Heard Around the World, these skirmishes mark the beginning of open conflict between the colonies and Great Britain. Militiamen, also known as Minutemen, face off against British redcoats, demonstrating that the colonies are ready to fight for their rights. A month later, in May 1775, the Second Continental Congress convenes in Philadelphia. It is here that George Washington, a seasoned military leader, is appointed as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. Washington's leadership and strategic vision soon make him a unifying figure for the colonial resistance. On July 4, 1776, the Continental Congress adopts the Declaration of Independence, a historic document primarily authored by Thomas Jefferson. This declaration boldly proclaims the colony's right to self-governance and establishes the principles of liberty and democracy. However, declaring independence is just the beginning. The Revolutionary War rages on for 8 grueling years. Key battles, such as the Battle of Bunker Hill in 1775, the Turning Point victory at Saratoga in 1777, and the harsh winter at Valley Forge in 1777–78, test the endurance and resolve of the Continental Army. Despite overwhelming odds, the colonies persist, driven by their desire for freedom. The alliance with France in 1778 marks a crucial turning point in the war. French military support, led by figures like the Marquis de Lafayette, provides the colonies with critical supplies, troops, and naval power. The French Navy plays a decisive role in disrupting British supply lines and aiding American forces in key engagements. By 1781, the combined efforts of American and French forces culminate in the Battle of Yorktown, Virginia. Under the command of General George Washington, American troops, supported by French forces, lay siege to British General Cornwallis's army. After weeks of intense fighting, Cornwallis surrenders on October 19th, effectively bringing the war to an end. 2 years later, in 1783, the Treaty of Paris is signed. Great Britain formally recognizes the independence of the United States, marking the official conclusion of the Revolutionary War. This treaty establishes the boundaries of the new nation, extending from the Atlantic Ocean to the Mississippi River, and from Canada to the northern border of Florida. The Revolutionary War was not merely a struggle for independence, it was the birth of a nation founded on the ideals of liberty, equality, and self-determination. The sacrifices made by soldiers, leaders, and ordinary citizens laid the foundation for a country that continues to strive for freedom and justice. As we reflect on this historic journey, we are reminded that freedom is never given. It is won through perseverance and unity. Let us honor the revolutionary spirit that shaped the United States and continues to inspire generations to come.